So there is something that's going on with the bread. Hey guys, Tab here, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me on today. Happy Monday, guys. I hope that you all are doing well. So in one of my videos that I posted on last week, I did give you a little hint of what we were going to be doing on the two videos for this week. And one of the hints that I gave you is that we were going to be doing some baking in the camp oven. So that is what we're going to be doing today. And I am going to be baking a loaf of bread. This is my second time making a loaf of bread. The first time it turned out good. And I also did it in my regular oven. But today I want to test out my camp oven to make sure that I'm able to bake a loaf of bread, in case of an emergency and I can't get any at the grocery store. So I wanted to share something with you guys. I received a message last night, a comment from one of my subscribers, and she asked me, have I bought any bread recently? Because she bought some 3 weeks ago and there is no mold on her bread. So I went ahead and just let the cat out of the bag to her and told her that that is what today's video that I post is going to be on. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera around, show you the ingredients. It's only 5 ingredients and something that we keep in our pantries, probably except for the yeast. So the 5 ingredients that I'll be using is all-purpose flour, sugar, active dry yeast, salt, and then the 5th ingredient is water. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, so like I said in my video yesterday, if you watched my pecan pie video, I saw some chips in my glass bowl, so I'm going to have to use my plastic one until I get another glass bowl. So I am going to go ahead and mix in the dry ingredients. So this recipe that I'm using makes 4 loaves of bread, but I am going to half that. So I'm going to do half of the ingredients. So right now I'm going to go ahead and mix in all of the dry ingredients. So it's going to be 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So we're going to only do 2 loaves of bread today, guys. And then I'm going to do a tablespoon and a quarter of the active dry yeast. Okay, and then I'm going to do a teaspoon and a half of salt. Two tablespoons of sugar. So I'm going to whisk all of these ingredients together, and then I'm going to add in 2.5 cups of warm water. All right, and I'm going to stir all of this together. Okay, so that is what it's looking like. Pretty sticky, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my counter, and I am going to go ahead and just put some flour here on my counter, and we're going to knead this for 12 minutes until it's no longer sticky. All right, let me dust my hands with some flour so we can go ahead and start kneading this. And like I said, this is my second time making a loaf of bread, guys. So I was pretty nervous about this video So, but I'm at the same time, I'm curious to see how well this would bake in that camp oven. Okay, so the recipe says to knead it for 12 minutes until it's no longer sticky, guys. And I think we're just about there. So I'm going to go ahead and get my greased pan, and we'll go ahead and cut this in half and get ready for it to, we'll place it in the greased pan so that way it can start to rise for about 20 minutes. Okay, guys, so I have my pan here. This is my meatloaf pan, but we're going to be using this one. So I'm spraying it with some vegetable oil. Really, really good. So now I'm going to go ahead and half up this loaf of bread, and we'll go ahead and get it shaped and put into the pan, okay? So let me go ahead and dust my hands here. So I'm just going to break it apart like this. Set that to the side. So what I'm going to do, and the recipe doesn't call for this, guys, but I am going to take a piece of saran wrap with some vegetable oil. Woo. I'm going to take this saran wrap and I'm going to spray it with vegetable oil, guys. And then so when it rises, my bread won't stick to, or my dough won't stick to the saran wrap. And I am going to go ahead and put it in my unheated oven about 20 minutes. And then we'll take it out and we'll go ahead and get ready to start baking it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get all of this cleaned up, and then so that way I can go ahead and set up my camp oven and my camp stove. Okay, guys, so the time is up for the dough to rise, and so I'm going to go ahead and get the stove and the oven set up. I'm going to go ahead and get the oven preheated to probably 325. The directions say 350, but since this is a camp oven that I'm using, I'm going to go ahead and do it on, set it for 325. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave this on high so my oven could go ahead and start heating. I already have this set up. Okay, there we go. Now, you guys, let me slide this back just a little bit so you guys can see this. I do have my rack already in here. I have it on the middle little notches here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get this closed up, and we're going to get this set to 325 degrees. We are at 0. And so once it gets to 325, 350, I'll go ahead and we'll put it in the oven. And also, I will go ahead and show you how high the dough has risen. So I'm going to go ahead and take my saran wrap off. The oven is almost done heating up. It's at 300 degrees now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat down. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Pop this girl in here. Well, you're hanging around 325 degrees. 20 minutes is up. So let's go ahead and pull this one out, guys, and see how it's looking. Okay, guys, so time is up. So I am going to go ahead and pull this out. Okay, and that's what it's looking like, guys. So we're going to put this back in for about 5 more minutes. It's starting to brown on the top a little bit. So we're going to stick this back in for just a few more minutes, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put it here on the cake dish. Woo, that's what it's looking like under the bottom. Woo, that is hot. We're going to go ahead and butter this one up while it's hot. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this and see what it's looking like on the inside. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and slice this. It's cooled off long enough now, so we're going to see what it's looking like on the inside, guys, okay? Okay. All right, let's see. And I have to get me a knife that's sharp enough to cut bread. So this is not the correct knife. This is not the correct knife that I'm using, guys. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. It is completely done all the way through. This is the bottom of the bread. Spin this all the way around. All right, so that's what it's looking like, guys. That is what it's looking like. And I'm gonna pull this a little closer so you guys can see. So you can definitely bake bread in this camp oven. Lift this up and let you take a look at the bottom. That's what the bottom looks like, guys. Okay, guys, so that is going to be it for this video. So, if you haven't already gotten one, it is a great investment for you to have one in case of an emergency. It's lightweight. If you have to evacuate, that's something that you can grab and take with you and still be able to cook a hot meal. And so, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you're new to the channel and you like what you saw and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come and hang out with me on my next video or short. And also give your girl a thumbs up. Hype the video up, you guys. I pray that you have a blessed remainder of your Monday. Have an amazing remainder of the week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.